What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here. Today, we're going to have a little lesson when it comes to firefighting, okay? So we got some motorcycle riders trying to put out a little brush fire on the side of the road with a little bit of water. I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Also, we have a cornering crash, and we all know what happens with those. It's usually too much speed, inexperience. So if you're a brand new rider, make sure you do have that experience or don't be speeding, right? All right, it's pretty simple. Let's get to class.
Franchement, c'est top, hein, parce que quand
All right, so we're riding. Put your hands back on. He's just talking in a motovlog.
Take control of the situation.
Corners are very dangerous. That's a crest of a hill, very dangerous. Oh, we got a little bit of fire burning, a little grass fire. The rest of the area is dry, so that could spread very easily. So we got some cool firefighter men's and women's on the motorcycles. And we're gonna get up to here. Just gotta be very careful. Remember, it's the Earth's emergency at this point, not your emergency, so you don't wanna crash trying to help. So what you could do is just kick dirt on it. Just kick dirt or stamp it out. So the way fire works, it's the fire tetrahedron. If you're a firefighter, this is going to be a nice little refresher for you. So what she's going to do is apply a cooling and reducing agent, which is going to be water. So basically the fire tetrahedron is in order for fire to burn, what it needs is going to have to need the ignition source or a flame source or a heat source, okay? So that's typically, you know, a match or a cigarette being thrown on the side of the road. And then also you're gonna need oxygen. So that's 2, tetrahedrons are 4. So that's 2 right there. You also need the chemical chain reaction. So there has to be enough heat to start causing pyrolysis to the material. So it's gonna start off-gassing with heat. So when you burn wood, you apply some, excuse me, sorry, getting a little congested. When you apply some heat, like you know, some paper, you get some heat and it takes a while to catch fire. Well, what it's doing is heating up the bigger pieces of wood, and it's going to off-gas flammable gases. So that right there is the chemical chain reaction. And then also what you're going to need, what did I say? You have oxygen, you have the chemical chain reaction. Oh, you need a fuel source. You obviously need something to burn. Okay, so you need something to burn, you need a chemical chain reaction, you need oxygen, and then you need the heat source to start it. So if you can reduce, I'm sorry, not reduce, if you can remove one of those things, fire goes away. So here's the thing. When it comes to this, what she's doing, removing the heat source by cooling it down. So it actually cools it down, no more fire. Also, it's almost like a smothering agent. So when you put a lot of water on it, no oxygen can get to it. Also, what you can do is kick dirt on it. Boom, removes oxygen. You stomp on it, same process. There's many different ways. So what you can do in this situation is just kick dirt on it if you don't have water, or create a nice line around it, and that right there is going to remove the burning material, or yeah, anything that could burn. There you go. Anyways, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm not a firefighter anymore. I'm tired of just kidding. It's fun. All right, so we're riding. We got sun at our back. It's a sharp right turn, crest of a hill. You can't tell. It's blind. Oh, rear tire. Ooh-wee. Ooh. That'd be funny if everyone's just standing over that fire and just like, I'm gonna piss on it. But then you're always gonna have that one person that is gonna be standing over the fire like this, and it's like crossing streams, playing around. It's usually a rookie pissing on everybody in the bathrooms. Can't trust them. Can't trust them. Anyways, yeah, so you could just kick dirt on it. But it was cool that they stopped it. All right, here we go. So we're gonna be riding over here, and this looks like a beautiful road. Now the problem with a lot of these roads is that, look at, there's no shoulder. So your escape paths are limited. So remember, we're doing risk assessment here. So that means we have terrible escape paths. We shouldn't be going super duper fast. This is an oncoming traffic lane, so if we go over into this lane, good chance of getting hit with the head on. So here we go. So we're gonna have a ton of fun. This is an amazing space cushion, by the way. Great space cushion for line of sight. And we're evenly spaced. We're not evenly. We're good spacing. We're not staggered. Staggered in curves is kind of dangerous. So when you go into the curves, go into like a spacing like this. If you're in town, do some staggered. So this is good right here. Now what we have is a 25-mile-an-hour recommended sharp right turn. Okay, so this is going to let you know, hey, something's coming up. Now you don't need a sign to tell you what is going to be coming up. You can actually see the road. You start doing some road strategy. So we're coming into here, and you notice how the road disappeared. Okay, so it's going like this, and it goes like this. It's going like this, and then it kind of connects. That right there means it's a blind turn. It also means that, especially with this, there's a hill, so it's a crest of a hill. You can't see around it. If you can't see around it, you're in danger. You need to be able to see where you're going in order to make good choices. So since you can't see what you're doing when you go around this corner, of course, when you get closer and closer and closer, you can see, right? But the problem is you don't want to get closer and closer and closer and be at a high rate of speed and then find out. You want to find out when you're at a much more manageable speed. I always use the analogy and metaphor and whatever is you're going through a haunted house. You're not running around corners. You're getting close to the corner and then you kind of peek. You're getting close to the corner and you kind of peek. You don't run around it because it can get you. Also, you play Call of Duty and everything. You don't just run around corners. You do some slide canceling. But anyways, we're moving into here. Let's go ahead and talk about this. And we're going to go up to this. So we can't tell what's happening. Well, how sharp is the turn? You don't know. Might be approaching it way too fast. You should be doing slow look, press, and roll. And right here, we're trying our best to slow down. But the problem is, in a panic, typically for car drivers moving into the motorcycle world, is they put a lot of that rear foot, or rear foot, the rear brake with the right foot. Geez, I'm all over the place here. So what they're doing is applying too much rear brake, which is their right foot, and that's going to cause a lockup of that rear tire, okay? So you might have ABS, it might kick in, it might not, but the thing is we're doing that. Now, sport bikes, most of the braking power is on the front tire, so you should be doing progressive brake pressure prior to the turn, okay? Slow look, press, and roll. Now, in this situation, what can you do? Well, hopefully you've been practicing and doing some advanced training with trail braking, because you could have been doing some trail braking into the turn and it would have allowed more of this, but you're having issues already. So what can you do? You're going to have to do what this guy did. There's not much you can do. Thankfully, no cars were coming, so you didn't get hit. Try to keep it as straight as possible, so he was going back and forth, back and forth. So what he did is release the brakes, reapplied, released, reapplied, released, reapplied. You need to start using that front brake a little bit more with the handlebars straight.
Damn, bro.
Thankfully, he stayed on the road. Thankfully. It's getting a little late. All right. I need to stop drinking this. It's getting late. I don't need this anymore. All right, so we're going to have some fun in the snow. Low traction. Dogs are going to be jumping up on us. So this is where you have to juke them and then swerve. He's doing good, though. This is probably what all I could do, because you can't do a lot of juking and swerving with snow. And the main thing here is you don't want to get bit yourself. So right here, a lot of people are like, well, I'll just accelerate. Well, if you give too much acceleration, you're going to lose traction on that rear tire. So just kind of, he seems to be doing good. Doesn't like the noise. All right, so we're going to have some fun over here in the dirt. Some dogs do not like bikes. Supposedly, it's just weird. It's the two-wheel thing. They don't like the two wheels. Do exactly what he did. Oh. Just get yourself out of there. You do what you need to do. There's not much. That dog can still keep up with you at this speed. The dogs are fast. With a bicycle, you can actually keep it in front and use it as a barrier. With a motorcycle, it's just too heavy. Whew. Not much you could do. That looked like a guard dog. I don't know why we're in this area. Woo, baby. That is a doggo. Woo-wee. I did not want to mess with that. Hopefully he didn't get bit. That bites or puncture wounds are terrible. Guys, if you like this kind of stuff, we do this every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time live. So make sure you check that out. But if you want to check out some other things like this video right here or this video right here, please do so. It supports the channel. Click that like button, by the way. Check into class. Anyways, I'll be seeing you around.